fate of the universe lies on your shoulders. Now, whatever you do, don't push this button. Because that will set off the bomb immediately, and we'll all be dead. Now, repeat back what I just said.
I am Groot.
No! No, that's the button that will kill everyone. Try again.
I am Groot.
Mm-hmm.
I am Groot.
Uh-huh.
I am Groot.
No!
Showtime, a-holes!
Tape out there. I want to put some tape over the death button.
Nobody has any tape.
Not a single person has tape.
You have an atomic bomb in your bag. If anybody's gonna have tape, it's you.
I have to do everything.
You are wasting a lot of time.
That's a really bad sign.
Touch someone, I can feel their feelings. You feel love.
Yeah, I guess, I feel a general unselfish love for just about everybody.
No, sexual love.
No, I don't.
For her.
No.
She just told everyone your deepest, darkest secret.
Dude, come on. I think you're overreacting a little bit.
You must be so embarrassed. Do me.
Hey YouTubers, I am Groot, we are Groot, new Guardians footage, let's break it down. And there is a new round of the Spider-Man giveaway going on. So all you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this video. Be sure to click the bell to turn alerts on so you don't miss anything. So giant space tentacle monsters, Marvel Phase 3 is like full Rick and Morty, maximum tentacle. It's like the Cronenberg universe. This is basically like an interdimensional being that James Gunn explained that the team is hired to take down by Ayesha, played by Elizabeth Debicki. They have this really weird relationship where she belongs to like this genetically perfect race that's super uptight, things go sideways, then she ends up coming after Peter Quill and the Guardians. But like, this is like one of the big action set pieces here when they go after it. Like you can see Drax just stabbing the crap out of it. It's just so hilarious. So if you couldn't tell from all the baby Groot that they put in this, they're just trying to imply the tone, the humor, and give you an idea for how they've upped the scale. So there's a whole lot we don't see in here, but like we're one step closer to seeing Ego because we see Mantis, who has been living with Ego her whole life. She's Peter Quill's half-sister by Ego, the living planet. So I know that just sounds mind-boggling, so don't worry about that. They'll totally explain how he made himself a human body and was able to procreate with a human woman. But Gunn has just said that thematically, like the way he works in the film is that he's this ancient being like we learned in the last film, like Peter Quill has ancient DNA in him, and he's been so lonely, like he's been a living planet. How many other living planets do you know about in the universe? So being so lonely, that's why he made himself a human body so that he could make himself a family. Family is like one of the biggest things about this movie. Finding your biological family, like Peter Quill searching for his father, the Guardians themselves as a family, like the family you make for yourself versus the family you're born into. So if you want to, you could consider Ego the living planet, the big villain of the film. But in terms of actual villains that you would actually go up against, you have the Ravagers, like we saw in the first trailer. They mutiny against Yondu, so the Guardians have to help him escape. That forms the basis for why Yondu is part of the Guardians. He was part of the original Guardians team in the comics, so now he looks more like original Yondu, and he's doing more original Yondu things. But Michael Rooker's going to be crazy in this, so it'll be a lot of fun. They still haven't said anything about Sylvester Stallone's mystery performance, but he wears a Ravager's uniform, but I think he goes beyond being a normal Ravager. But speaking of which, they put baby Groot in a tiny baby Ravager's uniform. You just see him go crazy through most of the trailer. So this is kind of like the trailer that you would show off to like the little kids too. I feel like they kept him a little baby just for the younger audience, just because you see so many little kids going to comic book conventions dressed with like Baby Groot cosplay. So keeping him a baby for most of the film, maybe not the entire film, but most of the film, just allows them to have a little bit more fun. Like, don't press this little red button that's going to kill everybody. But if you haven't read the comics, Groot is effectively immortal as long as you have like a little piece of his biomatter. He can completely regrow himself from even the littlest of twigs. But they said in the movie he won't have most of original Groot's memories, but he's effectively the same Groot. So you're getting a Groot with a vastly different personality, but effectively it's the same character, you know, the We Are Groot type person. So there'll probably be a moment in this like there was in the first film, and I do think we'll see him grow towards the end of the film, but for most of it he's probably going to be dancing Baby Groot. But it actually doesn't take him that long to regrow himself in the comics. Like, he could actually do it in a relatively short amount of time. A lot of you have also probably noticed that Nathan Fillion has a cameo as Wonder Man in the movie. Now, they have a slightly different spin on the character, but it is Wonder Man from the comics. He had a cameo in the first film, but he was like a full CG character, so you really just had to listen to his voice to know that it was him. But this time, you actually see his face on camera. But the other big thing, they're selling this romance between Star-Lord and Gamora.
No, I don't.
For her.
No.
See, you just told everyone your deepest, darkest secret.
Dude, come on. I think you're overreacting a little
You
bit.
must be so embarrassed. Do me.
They kind of had some chemistry in the comics, but they haven't really been doing that recently. They've had adventures with Captain Marvel, Iron Man joined them for a while. They're just kind of mixing and matching them with other Marvel mainstream characters, but we won't actually see the Guardians with the other Avengers till Infinity War. And otherwise, like, it just looks really good. Like, it obviously took them a long time to get these special effects down. The movie's been done for a while, but they still have to do post-production. So let me know what you guys think. I love the way James Gunn uses color. He has a really good sense of humor. He has a really clear idea for the story he wants to tell. So the narrative usually doesn't get too muddied down. Like, it doesn't fall into a lot of the tropes of big superhero films that you saw earlier this year with films that probably got released before they were ready to be. But one of the most fun things about James Gunn, though, he's a great filmmaker, but he's also really vocal. He has like a really strong connection with the fandom. So he is like a lifelong comic book nerd. So I just feel like that helps him make really good comic book movies because he understands the characters and he understands the way comic books work. So just a reminder that this is coming out May 2017. They'll probably do like another big Super Bowl trailer. There'll be some Spider-Man Homecoming before then too. Star Wars Episode 8 will probably be held for Celebration. They might do a Super Bowl trailer, but now that we're like approaching the end of the year, everybody just like blowing it up for 2017. The amount of awesome stuff that's happening next year is unbelievable. Even the TV stuff too, is just off the charts. But let me know what kind of Guardians of the Galaxy bonus videos you guys want me to do while we wait for more stuff to drop. There's just so many characters, the stories are so different from the Earth-based Avengers stories, so there's all kinds of stuff that we can talk about. Mr. Matik, you win this round of the Spider-Man giveaway. It's a $30 Comixology gift card. I'm trying to like slowly hypnotize everybody into reading more comics. So you guys can let me know if it's working, if you've started reading comics more recently. But there is a new round going on right now. I'll announce the winner the next time I post a Marvel video. And in related news, there was a Last of Us 2 trailer that just dropped. So if you guys want me to do a video for that, just let me know in the comments. It's actually a pretty rad game. While you guys wait for that to post, you can click here for my Doctor Strange Carnage theory, and you can click here for my breakdown of the Spider-Man footage they showed off at Comic-Con. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.